Okay, so we're starting with 3 tablespoons of butter. And we're gonna melt that over medium heat in a skillet. We're gonna make homemade chicken and biscuits, a family favorite. Some onion and garlic. Sauteed in some butter, about 3 tablespoons, over a medium-high skillet. This is going to soften for about 5 minutes. Okay, now we're going to add the carrots. Carrots. Just chop them up any way you like. And now we're going to season it with a little salt and pepper. Just a little bit for flavor. To your specification, however you like it. A little light so you can actually see what's happening a little bit better. I did the salt and pepper to taste. I probably add about a 1/4 teaspoon of each. A little more. Just nice, flavorful. And then I'm going to add 2 cups of chicken broth. We now have our onions, garlic, carrots, and celery. Have that sauteed in butter for about 3 tablespoons. And now I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of flour to coat the veggies in. A couple tablespoons of flour to coat the veggies in. That adds a nice little thickness and gravy for the chicken and biscuits. Okay, so now that this cooked down for about a minute, we're going to add 2 cups of chicken broth. And listen to that sizzle. About a teaspoon of thyme. Or you can use Italian seasoning if you like a nice blend. And let that cook down into a boil. It's going to get nice and thick. A nice little gravy. And we're going to bring this to a boil. Okay, it's come to a nice boil, and so we're going to add milk, about half a cup of milk, about a teaspoon of lemon juice, and this is freshly squeezed. I use Meyer's lemon, which you can use any kind of lemon you like. Meyer's has a nice sweetness. And then 1 cup of peas. I use frozen organic peas. It's nice and creamy and thick. You can already start to smell it. It smells divine. My family's gonna really love this. Now we're gonna add about 3 cups of cooked chicken. I boiled 3 chicken breasts in this case. Approximately 3 cups, give or take. And if you want more, add more. In this case, I pre-cooked it and I just sliced it up in little cubes. And then I'm just gonna add it in now. Down a little bit. Okay, so I placed it into a 9x13 casserole dish, and I'm going to bake it at 375 for about 20 minutes. And while it's baking, I'm going to prepare the biscuits. This is about 2 1/4 cups of flour, a tablespoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, and a tablespoon of sugar. I'm going to add about a 1/3 cup of butter, or you can use shortening, but I like butter, and until it makes coarse crumbs. So I'm cutting my butter into the flour until it makes nice coarse crumbs. I use this pastry butter, just easier. It blends the butter in nicely, evenly into the flour. Okay, so now we have our flour blended in with the butter into coarse crumbs, and then we're going to pour in about half a cup of milk at a time, totaling 1 cup. I'm just going to blend it in. Okay, so now I've added the milk and I've blended it, mixed it in, and we're about to put our batter out onto a floured surface, which I have right here. And this is just going to go right into the casserole that's in the oven. It's been baking for 20 minutes almost now at 375, and I'm about to raise the temperature to 425 to place the biscuits directly into the casserole pan. And what's going to happen is this is going to rise and absorb the flavors and the juice inside the casserole, so it's going to be extra delicious. I can't wait for you to see. So now my biscuits are done, and this is the casserole dish I took out that's already been cooked for 20 minutes at 375. I've raised the temperature to 425 to add the biscuits, and then bake this for another, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes with the biscuits rising. Oops, sounds like my oven is ready. And these are about to go in. I like to sink them in a little deeper so they absorb the juice when they rise. I don't know, it just tastes better. You can also just place them on top if you prefer. or a drier biscuit. But I like it when my biscuit absorbs the flavors and the broth. It just, I don't know, tastes better to us, or to me. So this is our chicken and biscuits ready to go in the oven. So I have her in the oven, and we'll see about 12 to 15 minutes, give or take. We can't wait. Out of the oven, and we have chicken and biscuits, and I have a very happy husband that just walked in the door. Woohoo!